continuing with Chapter 8, we're going to look at 10 regular trim sequence, and this is trimming in the sequence itself. So you can see we have a variety of different shots here, and one of the last ones here cuts off before the music actually cuts off, and it's going to want us to basically roll it out or extend its out point using tools inside of the timeline. So make sure your selection tool is chosen, and when you hover over it, make sure that you get this icon. This here is a trim out pointer, and it opens to the left. However, if you have it hovering over the front of a clip, that means it's a in pointer and it opens to the right. So depending on which one of these you have, you'll affect the clips differently. So this would affect the front end of a clip, whereas we want this one to affect the out end of the clip. And notice when I hover here, I'm going to be affecting that transition. So you be careful where you're hovering with these tools. So come here. If you need to, you can zoom into the timeline to get this clip if you're not getting it to engage. I'm going to left click and then just drag it out to meet the end of our audio. So that has now lengthened our clip. And that's basically how to trim in a sequence. We're going to also look at some advanced trimming using the ripple edit tool. So now we want to open number 11. It's giving us another sequence, and it wants us to find a ripple edit tool. So where our rate stretch is, if you left click and hold, you can find your ripple edit. It's also B on your keyboard. And it wants us to come in between. By using this tool, it's basically going to create gaps. Well, our past one would have created gaps the way we were using it. So this here will allow you to fill the gap or slide the footage to the right to make room if the clip gets longer. All right, so we want to get on the edge, right inside edge of the 7th clip, which is shot 7. So here is that. And it wants us to drag it to the right for 1 second and 10 frames. So what's going to happen is I click this, you'll see that a duration comes up, and the left side number is giving me what we've added. So there is 1 second and 10 frames. I let go, and now you can play the clip and see how it works. So if we have our clip here, and then the book is telling us to add another 2 seconds, so we can repeat that process and see their duration. So we have added another 2 seconds there. As we play through this a second time, you'll see that the end of it's exposed a little bit of camera shake that we don't necessarily want. However, we do like the length that we have of the sequence. So one of the other tools you can use is a rolling edit tool. And this one you can basically think of it as 2 tubes of paper. And it's basically going to, if you move it left, it'll roll up the left side of the paper and unroll the tube on the right. So making the right one longer and the left one shorter, or vice versa. So go ahead and switch the tool here, left click and hold, and you have your rolling edit tool. And after choosing that, it wants us to go between shots 7 and 8 here. And it's going to have us drag for 1 second and 20 frames to the left. So make sure you're right on that clip, and then watch your duration, and it'll say 120, and then let go. So as you play this clip again, you'll see the camera shake has moved outside of it. And that's a much better composition. And we'll pick up with the next tool in the next video.